I never felt connected to the church. I went to church because I had to. I was the rebel child who on Sunday mornings was the last one downstairs. I'd come down in shorts and tennis shoes and a t-shirt. My parents, wonderful, amazing people. And growing up, they were very strong in their faith. They started the choir in church. They'd have, groups over at the house. So once I went off to college, I was like, I no longer have to go to church. Then when I got married in 1991, I did what you're supposed to do. I got married in a Catholic church, went through the processes with a wonderful priest who married us. We just had 3 children. No question they came to us by the gift of God, the way they came in our lives, but didn't really recognize it that way at that time. Boy, well, stepping stone moments for me was definitely the passing of my father. But when my dad died, April 20th, 2001, the next day we're at his house and I said, I'll make a run just to go get lunch for everyone. Turn the radio on. And Neil Young's Old Man just started. I started bawling because I was really reflecting on how much my father really meant to me. And I really was a lot like him in so many ways. I'm like, all right, this is God speaking to me. I always believed in Jesus, at least I would say it. I became a believer on that day. Post my father's passing and trying to figure out where to now. My wife and I, we started really trying to find the right church for us. Never really read the Bible. You hear a lot of talk about having a relationship with God. Didn't really know what that meant. Wanted one, who wouldn't, right? But didn't know how to do it, where to go for it, who to look, and it's through the Word. It's in the Bible. And I never read the Bible. I first showed up here, I've heard so many people say this, but they're wrong. Pastor Guy was just talking to me.
I wonder how many can say, and in some way, I've seen God work in my life or kind of bring things to pass that, I look back now and just go like, wow, that's really something.
Somehow the message was, this is where you belong. It's the come as you are. There's our pastor up there in jeans and a t-shirt, speaking to us, and he's married and he's talking about his kids. I'm like, there's a connection there, and how he relates the story in the Bible to such real life situations. That's what I'm going through. And you can just feel the reaction in people in the church that, are leaning in, to the message. It was actually 2 years ago this month that I joined a group because they were doing the Bless series. I was committed to the 5 weeks to do it, and I don't think I've missed 5 sessions. It's just an awesome group of men. And I didn't join because I was looking for more friends. They've turned out to be brothers, right? But I joined because I wanted to understand where I was going with it. I wanted to make that transition from believer to follower. I journal every morning. I never journaled my entire life. I followed a SOAP method, scripture, observation, application, and prayer. And it just sets the tone for the day. That never would have happened without me joining a group. I am on a faith. Well, my faith was not strong really until I would say in the last couple of years. It's had such an impact. I know I'm more patient today than I ever was. A lot less judgmental. I turn to God now to fix things versus my own pride getting away and saying, I've got this. I don't have anything. We've got this. As long as I know I have him on my side. And I'll pray about so many, for help so much more than I ever did. And my friends have become my family. And I know that's God. That's brought us together, and that's God working in me to make that happen.